Man, for a story that I didn't like when it first started, I've ended up actually pretty much enjoying Unit 44. The humor is still a little weird for my tastes. I don't know that I get all the jokes, or you know what I mean, right? But it definitely takes kind of a airplane kind of approach to jokes. So we start off with like a little prison interview, and then we jump into some in media res here, a big chaotic fight scene, and this is where the humor really starts up. Right. Next thing you're going to tell me that Lance Albright is your father. He is. You're kidding me. Yes, I am. So he's not your dad? Yes. You're making my brain hurt. Ah! That's a very classic sort of skit. It's hard to do that in writing because that's very much a verbal timing kind of thing. But that's pretty classic. That's a pretty classic kind of joke. You go back to look at, oh man, any of the old masters of comedy, Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy, all of them. They had like variations on this kind of gimmick, and I have to read it in that kind of spirit. Otherwise, it doesn't work because there's no way to impart to understand the timing just from reading that. So anyway, there's a missile chasing his partner, and yeah, it's not a happy time when there's a big explosion. We got this big climax of alien action, and there's just lots of it. There's one bit in here. This is the last panel I'm going to show, but sorry, man. Say, I know your best friend and partner just exploded and whatnot. Would taking this here gun and killing some aliens make you feel better? One second. One second. Give me flashbacks right here. That is the same energy right there. It's always fun when you read something and it just makes you think of something else that was a lot of fun. Not that I think just the other day I was saying like your story should never make you think of something that was better, but if you do it right, then you end up making people just have more fun because they see something and they recognize it and they're like, yeah, yeah, I'm down with that. And that's how I ended up feeling when I got to this panel. The rest of the book, there's a couple of jokes. There's a kind of big jokey moment at the end that pays, a couple of big jokey moments at the end that pay off. Uh, I got a lot of chuckles out of this book. I got very few like real loud laughs, but a whole lot of chuckles. And I think mostly that's just due to the difficulty of reading this kind of comedy as opposed to seeing this kind of comedy. I think if you turn this into like a cartoon in the style of The Tick or something, yeah, I'm going back to the '90s. Deal with it. But if you turn it into a cartoon like that or a live action show, heck, the Tick works for that too. The humor worked a lot better because you could get the timings down between people as they're talking, get that patter back and forth that keeps people off balance, lets them know when to expect the joke beat. Kind of hard in pure writing, even with art, to nail that. But I had a lot of fun reading this. I'm going to stand by. I didn't like the first two issues that much. In fact, I don't even think I did a review of the second issue, did I? But the third one started getting some laughs out of me. The fourth one here got a whole lot more laughs. If you need a good, sensible chuckle, read Unit 44, number 4. That's a lot of 4's. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.